Hey, thanks for tuning in, everyone, on another morning hype with Mr. Stacks. It's a little after 7. Session running late today. I'm trying to let the market play out a little bit. Not too much really going on in the early hours. So I kind of wanted to catch up on some of these stocks to where we started to see moving into the 7 o'clock hour, some of the volume build up. But I'm going to jump into it here right now. It's about 7:12, July 23rd. It's a pretty good morning here in San Antonio. A little rainy, but a little rain don't hurt. But right now, it's Friday, end of the week. And right now, I just kind of want to see, what we're going to do here as far as how we're going to close our week out and start moving into Monday. Right now, we do have some stocks moving with some high volume coming in. But that's not what we're going to focus on today. Some of these I really feel like I've already gapped up pretty good. And I'm not sure exactly, they're a little bit already above the range I like to trade. We do have Acor. Now this is one I started to see move. We can catch up on this one real quick. But yeah, this one's already hit a high this morning. It's come back down on a low, 550 right now. It's already under the VWAP. And I'm not showing any support. It could hold this level here, but there's really no support at this level other than where it gapped up this morning, 541. So it could be holding support here at this level. I'm thinking maybe the market open, it might come down to about 495 or so, test the moving average, and then it may continue to move higher. This is something that I'm not sure what was going on with this stock. It's a Spain distribution pact for Parkinson's med. So yeah, I think it's just a little deal they made with one of these other countries. Started to drive up volume. But I'm not really focusing on this one. I'll watch it, but I'm going to see how it plays out. I'm not really going to chase these today. I just kind of wanted to fill y'all in on what it is that we're looking at and why we're holding what we're holding moving into next week. But I'm going to go ahead and catch up on these now just to fill y'all in on what's been going on here. Bullish going back up. Hope everybody's doing well this morning, y'all. I don't mean to take up too much of y'all's time, but I do want to fill y'all in, and hopefully y'all can try to make y'all a little money before the end of the week here. So first off the bat, we got XELA Technologies. I know this is not what everybody's wanting to see, but we started to come down lower than we did yesterday. There was a little sell-off yesterday. We were in the 270 mark or so. We ended up coming down now, we hit a low of 251 this morning, as you can see here on the 1 and 5 minute. Started to shoot back up to around 250. I really feel like we'll hold level here. As you can see, we have a 200-day, this dark blue line. This is the 200-day moving average, and I also have a little line here that I drew, which is a support level. As you can see, we've touched this level before. We've broke out, we've come back down, broke out through it again. We've tested it for support here, and we've tested it again here for support, and we've tested it again here for support. So I'm really confident this is a key level here, and I'm looking to probably take on some more shares. I'm real bullish still on this stock. This chart is still looking healthy, although we didn't hold the levels we were wanting. We're still bullish, y'all. We're still above the moving average here. If we start to break through, 230, I would say give it about 230 or so. Maybe a little lower. I don't know, it's hard to really call it, but anything below this blue dark line, 244, anything below that, it could start feeling a little bearish. But until it actually breaks below the lower low, which is actually 181, this is still considered a bullish chart to me. So at 256, I'm looking to jump on some more shares. I'm really feeling this just wasn't the week for these tech stocks here. This is an earnings week. A lot of earnings were coming out. A lot of people were focusing on a lot of those stocks, but I really feel like coming into next week we can probably start to see these other levels again. We need to start to see the volume. When we've drained volume since the last few days, I think Monday or Tuesday was the last day we actually started seeing some good volume in this stock, and we've kind of come down there since. We're not even close to our daily average, 122. We've kind of been running at about 12 to 20% of our daily average, so that's really not a lot of volume to cause it to move up. So people are starting to, dip out of the stock. They ain't seeing the movement they want, maybe starting to sell off some of their shares. Me myself, I'm holding. I'm gonna hold it down and just see what happens coming to next week. Those of y'all willing to go for the ride like I am, I feel like we can buy some more shares around this level. You don't have to do what I do, just kind of throwing it out there as to moves that I make. But I'm looking to probably take on a few more shares here. But I'm definitely gonna fill y'all in as we close the market today, see where we end at, and move into next week. Morning hype, I'll let y'all know exactly if this is something starting to pop off again. But stock 2, SPRT, support.com, y'all. This was a good one yesterday. I called this back on Sunday, a short squeeze candidate. We haven't really seen the squeeze yet, if y'all think we did, but we haven't. As you can see, look at this gap up here, y'all. This is a squeeze. You see how we went from $2 and then in one day we jumped up to like $6 just overnight. We want to see this gap up. So we need a lot more volume come in, a lot of interest, or even something to publish to drive this stock. If we can get a catalyst in this stock, this one could really pop. Checking in the short interest, we were actually around 29% in the short interest in this stock. We still have a lot of sellers holding positions here, trying to push this stock down, but with enough momentum, something driving the volume, we can start to squeeze up. I'm still seeing the upward trend. Yesterday we closed at 548. We're already at 571 in the pre-market. We're already kind of up by like 20 cents already, even though we started to see a little sell-off. People were taking profits, hey, I don't hate on them because they do. I just feel like, hey, I'm gonna go for the ride. It's not really about the money in a lot of these stocks. I mean, of course I like making money, but this is just, it's fun to me, y'all. This is exciting. I like to share the news. Hopefully y'all can get in and out of trades and make y'all some money. I can't always call, when's the best time to buy and sell, but I can give you some suggestions on when I would do as far as the moves that I make. Support.com, we ended at 919% over our daily average yesterday. And if you see the videos that I've published, a few days throughout the week, a few days back, you can see we started watching as the volume built. I believe it was at 110% to 140%, 150%, and then we finally seen a breakout yesterday. I'm drawing the graphs here. You can see I've been calling it. We've tested these levels multiple times. We finally broke out yesterday, and we're still holding above where we closed, and that's a good indication. This is why I'm still feeling real bullish on this stock here, y'all. But for those of y'all that don't know, SPRT, support.com, we're still riding the wave, y'all. If y'all want to get on board, we're still testing levels here. Another buy point, probably around this 590 or so. We can close, or how I like to do, it's the 2 green candles above the VWAP. If we can close 2 green candles, that's a good buy point, especially if we're hitting these levels here. So 593, we're testing those levels at 593, and we start to close above it, or we're already closed, depending on how the volume's pushing up. This would be a time to buy in, especially if we're going to start to see these new highs with a good amount of volume coming in. So just keep that in mind. Support.com, we still got some ways to move, I feel. We had a high of 945 back in March, and I really feel like we're going to test these highs as we start to trend up here, y'all. We've already tested, a high back in March on the low end of $6. We've already broke through that, and we're testing that $7 level now. We can see here we had that same level back here back in March again, so we still have to break through these levels in order to continue to move up. But I really feel like this is just the beginning. The interest is barely starting to draw in. Let's see how the day goes. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on where we're at with this stock at the closing bell today, and we'll touch base then on that one. All right, so stock number 3, y'all, YVR. I know some people have been looking into this stock, maybe wanting to see some footage on this. Kind of wanted to catch back up, something I haven't really been talking about the last couple of days, but I'm still holding a position here, y'all. YVR, Liquid Media Group. As you can see, we had a high of 277 back here on, was it Friday or Thursday or Friday last week. Yeah, we sold off since then. We started to, move back up here. This is the 1 hour. Let me look at the daily real quick, just to give you all a better idea. So that was a breakout here, as you can see, right? Boom. Little by little started to sell off. But we're selling off with still a lot of buying pressure, as you can see. So there's where the sellers took over and they pushed the price down. The following day, though, we recovered. We came right back up. Although we're not hitting those highs yet, where we closed on that red day. We did close here and opened above. You know what I'm saying? So we're still trending up. Right now we closed yesterday 184. We're already 1 cent above where we closed. It's not a big jump because there's not a lot of volume, but we're still closing above and we're starting to move up. A lot of green, a lot of buying still here. That's the way I see it. We had a high of 750 back in March as well. We've sold off since, but it looks like we're starting to push back up here. We're testing these levels around 250 or so. We hit a high of 270, 277, I believe, last week. But we're still seeing that selling pressure around this level here. Reason why I drew it. But we're consolidating. Look, this is a 200-day on the 30-minute. We're consolidating, testing that level. Moving averages are all touching right here. I know if you check the videos in the past, this isn't 100%, but this is how I look at my charts, how I do my analysis. Every time I call it, when these, not every time, a majority of the time I call it when these moving averages start to squeeze, y'all should already know that there's a little burst of momentum that shoots the stock up. Now, we can't say it's going to happen, but as you can see, we've been consolidating. And I really feel like we're going to squeeze up here pretty soon. I'm still holding a position. I really feel like we can move higher on these levels. 277 is a dollar jump from where we're at, a little less. It's not a big jump, but I really feel like we can test these levels again. Liquid Media Group, this is an NFT, a company, a non-fungible tokens. These are things that are like the future for like athletes, artists, things like that, where they're able to sell, I believe they're collectibles or something like that. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't want to, give y'all false information, but from what I know, NFTs are just ways that you can collect certain assets, or to where people invest their money into these assets for collectibles, for something like trading cards maybe, or just some artwork somebody might do, where it's a lot harder to steal it or to copy it, steal the work, things like that, to where they create these digital ways of trading them or owning them. And I really feel like this is the future, and how that is. I used to collect a lot of basketball cards and things like that when I was little. I was a real big fan. A lot of that has faded out over the last 20 years or so, but I really feel like this is the future of how that works. Instead of trading cards, we're going to be trading or collecting these kind of things, and I think it's pretty neat. I'm probably going to do a little more research on exactly what these are. These are things I'm still learning about, but checking even the Liquid Media Group, the balance sheet, and just the company itself, they actually don't have a too bad looking balance sheet. It looks pretty healthy, debts, not a large cash flow, but they're still building up. It's a small company. I feel like they're still doing things. There was some good news released that caused this stock to pop the last week, as far as the things they're trying to do and what they're trying to develop. So I really feel like there's a future for this stock as we start to watch it consolidate. Hopefully we can break out and start to move higher. So this is why I wanted to bring up YVR, why I'm holding a position here, and I'm going to continue to fill y'all in on this one as we continue to move. Last stock of the day, IGC, India Globalization. This is a stock we've seen a lot of movement on yesterday. Right now, I can't really say how it's going to play out. I really feel that we can move up, hopefully test these highs. It's really hard to say. I should have looked at the RSI and things like that. I just really don't use those too often. I'm too busy day trading or focusing on other things, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm risky, that's why I just say don't trade like me, trade with your own risk. Sometimes I do things that probably not everybody does, But hey, I catch a lot of these stocks too, and I still make some good money on a lot of these stocks. But I have my own way of trading, y'all. But right now, IGC, we're still seeing some good amount of volume this morning. 1,700,000 shares. Our daily average is 12 million, so we're looking about 15% or so about our daily average in the pre-market. But the reason why I'm feeling bullish on these charts here, also on this one, as you can see, there was a sell-off, a lot of volume yesterday. There was a lot of volume. I can't even say where we ended. Let's look. Look at that, 10,000% above our daily average. 304 million shares compared to a daily average of only 2 million. Crazy amount of volume yesterday. A lot of interest in this stock. This was more of a morning pre-market gain. Once the market opened, it sold off, as you can see. Buyers started diving in. Sellers already had their position. Everybody seen it gapping up, thinking we're going to move higher. And all the buyers started jumping in as the market opened. All the retail investors shot the price up. But then the sellers just took over and just pushed it right back down. Sold it off again. And it's just been selling off since, little by little, just consolidating, moving sideways on a downtrend. But we're testing that moving average here. Right, this is the 50-day in the blue, little light blue line. We got the 7-day, we got the 21-day. Everything is just consolidating. And you know how I say about the consolidation with the moving averages, it tends to break up. Now it could break down, yes, but with the news, they just had a patent release yesterday. That's what drove all that volume. For it's like a, what is it? Patent for THC as Alzheimer's treatment. So they got a patent on their their treatment that they have. I don't know what kind of treatment they do. I don't know how you take it. Is it a pill? Is it a cream? I don't know. But if they got a patent on it, obviously it's something that they are confident is going to work for this disease, Alzheimer's disease. And we've lost all that all that value here. That range. That's a $2 gap down here. But we're consolidating. Volume still coming in today. Not as heavy. 2 million shares. We're holding a certain level around the VWAP. It's kind of been up and down. It's tried to break out pre-market, as you can see. Yeah, this chart is crappy. I don't know why it's doing that. But it's tested it. It's floating above it. It's still showing some downward pressure, but moving average is still moving up, the 50-day. So I'm hoping as the market opens, we might see a burst. If not, hey, we can't win them all. I still feel bullish on this one, y'all, for some reason. I'm going to wait and see what happens. But just so y'all know, I just wanted to point it out, y'all. These are the 4 I'm feeling bullish on this today, moving into next week. Even though some of these might not be popping off as we speak, I really feel like these are some that we can potentially make some good money on, especially if you can get on board early. You know me, I don't like to chase too many. I mean, I chase some of them, I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of these I like to get in before they actually pop. Or if they've already popped, they come back down to that level, I like to get in or point it out like, hey y'all, this is about to pop again. Pay attention. I'm not saying buy it, but just watch it. If you ain't got a way to watch it with these charts, I'll update y'all on these videos. Subscribe to the channel. You can get updated on when I post these, letting you know as far as before the market opens and before the market closes. See where those positions are as far as where you want to take them, buy or sell. But just be in the know, y'all. That's all I want to do is just help y'all out, try to put some money in your pocket. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's session. It's already 7:31. The East Coast market's already open, y'all. So starting to see the volume come in on a lot of these stocks. I'm gonna fill y'all in later this afternoon, see exactly where we're gonna end the day at, and definitely gonna keep y'all posted on some of these wins here. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. For those of y'all that are new, if you like the channel, doing something for y'all, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, be in the know, and we'll catch up with y'all then, y'all. Peace out.